What's going on, folks? Welcome to Paradise. Today's Wednesday. Did a little bit of a skip on Monday there. I did a video on the April Fool's snapshot thing. Um, so I mean, okay, so I should clarify. Yeah, I've this is like the thing I've been wanting to say. The thing that's been looping in my mind since then is no new Mod Friday this week because there was not really a lot of time for things to breathe in between them. Just with the it's gonna be sunset. That's perfect actually. Um, so that's gonna no new mod until next week. Anyway, so the thing I'm doing right this moment, there's this item from Gallosphere, which is the last mod that we just added, um, called the Glow Flare, and I keep looking at it, um, and my curiosity is kind of continuously piqued. So I think I want to start out here by just finding out what it is. Whoa! Um, well, Figura's not happy with me today. I don't really know why. Oh, and I just get to pick those up? Um, I didn't know that that's what this would do. Alright, well, this is a really fucking thick item, I guess. Um, so, I mean, I gotta clean all this up now. I made a mess. I just splooged all over the place, but, we'll get to the subject matter in just a minute. So, today's goal, is, I suppose, on the simpler side. It's one that I think has been a bit of a long thing coming, because, oh boy, am I having to go further and further whenever I add a mod that adds like new resources and shit. Um, Today we're looking for a horse. I do want to build like a little stable or something for the horse, but again, I'm not gonna put the cart before the horse here. I'm getting the horse first. Hopefully a decently fast one, all things considered. Um, but yeah, no, I felt like I felt like a horse is just gonna be really beneficial, especially as as the world kind of begins, well, not begins, but continues to grow and and become more, I suppose, further apart. I keep looking at my map like I'm some kind of idiot. Here, I'm uh mm, well, I'm not going anywhere new. Hell, I think I'm still this is like I was here practically episode 1. Like right out the gate, first thing I did is generate these chunks practically. Um and I know there's no horses within a solid radius of me, and that's kind of a problem. So let's just get to the horses. There. Wow, that is obnoxious with you bobbing on. Horses. Um, are those the only ones around? I don't really want to have to breed horses. I kind of just want to get like a decent like horse just to have. Um, I wasn't really, I'm not really planning on having like a whole horse farm. What's done here? Oh, that's too zoomed in. I'm not sure what mods like existed. Oh, when these chunks were first generated, it's gonna be like harder and harder to really have a timeline of that, especially as things continue. So like truthfully, like I don't know. I have no idea. What's that? It's the same cave. What do I mean? What's that? I'm so easily distracted. Okay, there's a good amount of horses around here. All right, there's plenty to choose from. Taming a horse, it's to me it's very simple because again I've played Minecraft for years. I know a lot of people are kind of idiots when it comes to this. Even if they know that the way you tame the horse is just by jumping on its back, they don't seem to grasp that it's an empty hand. Um, I don't know. It's like I feel like I could never forget it just because I don't know. That was the first update I ever, I suppose, anticipated. At least for like the main Minecraft, because I first started as like a kid on Pocket Edition. I forgot. Look at this. Even I'm forgetting, but I don't have to be like, oh, how do you do it? How do you do it? God, I have such disdain for some people for no reason. It's so wrong of me. Man, I'm gonna be hopping on all these horses and I suppose have myself a grand old time. Well, it's getting dark. And I think I may have decided on a horse. Unfortunately, like well, I say unfortunately, I suppose on some level, fortunately, but I wanted to try every horse. I think I got a pretty fast one. Like just, how do not the best jumper in the world. Jumping isn't really what you're after with a horse, I don't think. At least not to me. That's not really why I want a horse. Did I hold on, actually, did I tame you? I did not. Oh boy. It's getting dark. I didn't bring a fence. It's just been a lot of getting on horses and taming them and like just giving them a run to see how they feel. And I'm actually kind of impressed how slow horses can get with Minecraft. Like the minimum speed is really low. Like I feel like I'd be going faster on foot on some of these horses. Oh, you're decent. How does your jump? How's that look in third person? Do I grab two horses actually? I'm kind of feeling maybe not. See, there isn't really like a good way to do like the tug of war test with two horses in. This is a problem. I was gonna say like the tug of war test in single player because in multiplayer if you get two players you can leash each other's horses, um, and sort of do tug of war and the faster horse will generally be the winner. Here. So there's not really like a good way of I guess testing that here. Um, I suppose what I could do actually though is I suppose here let's put the saddle on you just so I don't lose track of you, and then you're gonna stay here. I think you're gonna live here for now in a box. Can you get out of here? I'm actually impressed I have exactly enough dirt for this. So I guess we'll see if I remember this horse. This may just become a mystery, like down the line. I come back here and it's like, why is there a horse in a box like this? But oh well. This horse is gonna live out his days, I suppose. And this is my backup horse, my side horse. Oh goodness, you can see all the little tame dots marking the map. Anyways, it's time to run back and I guess make a little home for this horse. So we've got the horse back home. Quite, I suppose, thankfully, without a single heart of damage to either me or the horse. So the next step is going to be, I guess, shoot, I've not even decided on where exactly I want to put the stable. Oh, where, did you seriously get stuck on that? Horse, I'm kind of feeling somewhere down by like the farming stuff. But I'm not really sure exactly because as you can see right here, I've marked off sort of directly under this is the armory. Here, actually, I kind of want to raise that up a block. I also want to put dirt underneath. So, or excuse me, not just the armory, but the teleporter thing in the armory. So that's kind of I want to put like a building around this at some point. So that's a little bit out of the question that spot. Um, so I'm almost feeling maybe here-ish because it doesn't need to be very big. The big focus here, I guess, like of this video was, well, I wanted a horse. That's really all it needed to be. And I'm hoping this is a fairly quick one as a whole. Again, I can never truly judge just from the recording time. I don't have anywhere to tie you around here because those posts don't count. There you go. I'll grab the eggs while I'm at it. I'm feeling maybe some jungle wood. Actually, sort of like this. But I'm not sure exactly how I want to do supports and stuff. I'm feeling like a slightly more bulky post sort of vibe compared to this. We'll see. We'll see. So I've laid down something of an outline for this building here. See, there's still a little bit of wiggle room between here and the bakery over there. And I've actually decided to divide this up into two pens, so we can give the donkey the smaller pen, since I'm probably not going to be doing as much with the donkey. And the larger pen for our actual horse. I do hope they can fit through this one block gap. The big thing really is I'm not fully decided what I'm going to do with the roof. The interior, though, I think should be relatively simple. I want to put some cabinets in as well. In part just to get them out of my storage, but also in part just to have storage in here. The big things are going to be, I think, the floor, and figuring out the roof. What am I saying? The big thing's going to be the floor. What do I mean by that? What am I talking about? First of all, um, that needs to be that, and I want to do posts. So already I've lost the sauce. I'm like losing myself. I'm like getting distracted, but it's nope. That's not the kind of block I'm looking for. That makes sticks. How do you make those posts? It's specifically stripped, isn't it? Not stripped. Where are they? Yep, that'd do it. Oh boy. Well, so much for cleaning space up out of my storage and immediately filling it back in with something new. There we go. That's really odd looking. That's really odd looking. Uh, to me that isn't gonna work so well. I've also actually, I can get to that later. Big thing in here, um, is the floor, I think. Um, and oh, you know, I should grab my trowel, because I'm gonna be tearing out all the floor in here and replacing it with basically the same mix as the paths. For the most part. I might mix in some jungle planks, kind of to make it look like there is or was, I suppose, like a proper wooden floor at some point. But it's been kind of like covered over. Though I might do those by hand rather than with the trowel. I'll be filling in the jungle wood after the fact. Big thing here though is gonna be I just want like a nice. I'm thinking I want to take cobblestone actually out of the mix here. I think cobblestone's a bit much, just a wee bit. Maybe mix in some of these stick stacks though. Not the biggest fan. Let's keep rolling with it though, and see how that goes. I'm gonna run out of rooted. Oh, I ran out of coarse dirt first, didn't I? Do I not have more of that? Let's bring in some of these other blocks. I wanted to use rich soil, but again, I don't have very much of it, so maybe I'll do that manually at the end. Okay, yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. These need to be coarse dirt. Fill those in. Fill that in. I actually kind of like the sticks, looking at it more. Not in such a large amount, though. I know some folks like to have the control, like full control over, like what blocks are where. I kind of like what's it called? Not having that control, kind of leaving it up to what it ends up being. But also, like, when you do it just fully, I suppose, random like this, you get the opportunity to actually go in after. You can still go in afterwards, you know? I'm gonna pull these out and put some of that there. I need to be careful with how I'm doing the wood, actually. Some wood like this. Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. With the shovel. But the idea is kind of just that, well, I've said this already, but there was a wood floor, but it's all worn down and covered in dirt and whatnot. And it's dark, so I suppose we'll be moving on to the next step in the daytime. For the walls, I'm thinking just plain jungle wood should absolutely be fine. Because again, it's sort of just I don't want to say run down necessarily, but like, you know, it's way it's weathered, it's aged. Those are the words I combined there. Oh boy. But you know, this isn't exactly meant to be the youngest of sheds, even if perhaps it is, in fact, the youngest of sheds. Now that I say that out loud, like this is quite literally the youngest building as of right now because it's still under construction. Um, so maybe I'm a little bit foolish for saying that, but you know, I want to have that effect that Well, I've said it 5 times now. That's the wrong way. It needs to go 1, 2, 1, 2 in the middle. That is how you make those. In terms of other stuff, my last 2 videos I've uploaded, they're both April Fools related, more or less, but they've been doing super well for some reason. Like YouTube has completely picked up on them relative to everything else. Like I've gone from like my average of maybe 2 views on a good day to those videos having what, like 100 and 300 views respectively, which is crazy. It gets zero interaction really beyond that, but it's like that's kind of cool that I'm getting it. Like, oh, I fell again. That I'm getting it at all. Every single time it feels like something happens where it's like, oh, I really didn't think this through properly. And this would appear to be today's instance, is the way these roofs are lining up. Because the interior affected the exterior more so than the inverse. Alrighty, all that's left really is the roof and the interior. And I'd say all that's really left of interest is the interior. So I think, what am I saying? I think the big thing here now is I kind of planned. I didn't really consider the donkey when I first kind of envisioned this video. So material wise, I don't really have. Okay. I hope they don't walk over this. I don't really have a whole lot prepped to put in just both of these. I don't have a lot of room, I suppose, in the smaller one. So actually, what I might do, because I wanted to try this sort of in the middle divide for the food trough and that was completely the wrong tool there. And the water, although I think I've come to the conclusion that the donkey simply does not get such luxuries. There's some apple crate in the corner. Yeah. So, oh well, sucks to be the donkey, I suppose. But I have a horse now, so I actually didn't end up doing too much in here. I guess I could just put a torch. The lighting may end up being an issue in the future, but I think just a torch completely suffices for now. And the last thing's gonna be the roof, so I guess I'm gonna do that, and we'll get a little final tour of this little tiny build. So it turns out I've run into a little bit of an issue. As you can see, I've got hitboxes on the screen. Well, the roof's in. Just I'll get to that in a bit. Neither of these horses, I'm just gonna call them fucking horses. Who cares? Can fit through this gap, which is problematic. So I think what I may end up doing is this space here is going to become the donkey. You know, actually, forget that. I was gonna say, oh, this is the donkey space. This is not the donkey space. Fuck that, actually, entirely. They will cohabitate. I am tired of screwing with this. Oh well. That's how you deal with it. That's how you deal with suddenly having 2 of them instead of 1. You simply act like there's nothing different. Well, at least there's 2 more animals in need of names. Hopefully no funny business goes in while I'm not looking at these 2. But that horse is definitely going to see some use. So what's going on here is, well, I put on a roof. The roof is a bit of a weird shape as a whole, which I don't mind. I like when buildings are weird shapes. It makes them interesting. And I've also kind of pushed in the jungle planks by half a block. With the vertical slabs from the Quark mod. Well, it has just occurred to me. What I was wanting to do when I was initially envisioning these planks in the floor, I was picturing them facing the other way. And so what I'm going to be doing about that is, I think that was no more than 6, making these vertical planks from Quark, which, look at that. It's exactly the same, but they're rotated the other way. How many more do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? 5? So annoying having, like, these kinds of numbers. Can I just convert one back? Like, I can. Okay, that's no problem then. So I guess the big thing here is I'm just gonna flip these around and we'll be done here for today. Oh, actually, hold on. Nope, that's a different kind of block. Horse, get out of here. There we go. That's a finished project as far as I'm concerned. I'm just convert that back into regular planks. Fully usable, stable. If I ever need to flip those open, I can. I ended up having a craft like the temp. I initially placed down this crafting table in here just for it to be like a temporary thing. But it kind of just fits naturally into the space. So I think it's just gonna live there now. And they've got a nice little window to the outside. Uh, I've taken care not to let them get any grass though, so make of that of what you will. Um, I spent feels like forever recording this, man. So I mean, if you've made it to the end, say something in the comments. Maybe let me know if people are actually making it all the way through my nonsense. I mean, if you have, if you're hearing me right now, I mean, I do appreciate it. And that's kind of why I'm even saying this, you know. So have a great day.